We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And this will be a touchdown. Sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, nice move. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That pass caught, it's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions, and the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Cook is into the end zone. Touchdown, NFC. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now the NFC going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. 57 yards. And the AFC able to cut it to within a score. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Matt Araiza now. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles is deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one goes for 8 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Cook makes the catch on the out route. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Second and 14. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Jamison Williams, 33 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They run once more with Taylor. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, NFC. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages, and you got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. offense for the AFC set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Now Sterling Hoffrichter set to punt. Back deep, Daz Newsome.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. And the NFC stretching that lead out even a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout.
And now here's another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they get a big smile.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The AFC going to get the ball first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. The offense for the AFC set to go now. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll run for it with Henry. Has some space here. Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Derrick Henry. 73 yards. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20.
Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That is definitely what we call on defense an auto play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, it's Taylor. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is third and a yard. To throw is Jackson. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give to Cook out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. 20! A beautiful fake. And all the way in from a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 46 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
To that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets him to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to...
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, NFC. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the NFC, they take advantage of the interception. They turn it into 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence, but we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll try the option right here on third down. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. And it's caught.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
Now it's Jackson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Dalvin Cook, 79 yards. And the NFC just continuing to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the AFC set to go now.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs on in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown. So call pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Mack Wilson in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So, Charles, a victory for the